Oh my, what a beautiful day it is here in Halifax. It's late March. Temperatures are hovering just above zero, and that's what we're getting right now this time of March. We're getting just below zero at night and just above zero during the day, although they are promising to go up steadily now for the rest of the spring, I'm hoping anyway. It's been a while since I've been able to get out. Between my health, which is good but has been better in the past, and the weather. We've had 4 nor'easters, and that's a storm that comes out of the southwest and blows up along the coast of Nova Scotia. Now for us it wasn't as bad as it was for other parts of the Maritimes, but for us they were slush storms. Slush storms that then froze. Just making it hard to get into the woods. So we've had a few good days, and I said, well, here's a good day to get out. What I didn't anticipate was just how much ice there would be in the woods. Should have brought my Cthulhu microspikes. I didn't, so it's making for a slow hike. So I don't have really any special plan today other than to get out, enjoy a little bit of sun, enjoy the solitude of the woods, make a fire, have a lunch, and a coffee, of course. And I have a couple of new toys that I want to play with. Hopefully I'll get a chance to introduce them to you. If you're interested, follow along. All right, I've been hiking for 2 hours, I guess, and I think it's time to have a little lunch. So I've just stopped under a big pine tree. Windy out here. I'm hoping that you can hear my voice. Okay, so new toy. Another one of those payment items in lieu of cash for doing some work for my friend Fred Stillman, and it's the Bushcraft Essentials LF, large folding it stands for. This has not been in the woods before. It's snug in the pack, kind of has sharp edges on it to catch. So, no experience with it yet. First time out, first time lighting it. You can see how shiny it is. I know most of you have seen these before. It folds up quite flat. It's got some weight, and I'll annotate on the screen what the weight is. It's the middle size, their latest version, the middle size between their XL, which is quite huge, like the firebox size. I'm going to equate this roughly in size to the Emberlit stove. It's about that size and volume internally. It's an interesting design the way it folds. It does have a folding ash plate on the bottom. It has a folding fire grill inside, about 1 inch in the difference. I'm going to set it like this. 2 trivet type bars that can be used in a couple of different ways. There's some slots for them. And optionally, a little grill plate on top, which I'll use in a future one. You can either grill right on top, it fits in, or there are slots where it'll go down a little distance and you can put in either an alcohol stove like a Trangia, or you can use solid fuel like an Esbit. So I'll put that aside for now. And I'm going to fill it up with some sticks. I think I may have company. Crows are closing in on me here. Maybe they've come for lunch. So I'm going to put a few sticks in, and I'll feed some more as I go. I'm just using dry pine today. It'll light up very quickly. It'll burn through quickly, but it'll light up quickly as well. Being under a pine tree, I have a good source of them here. So I do have this set up on the ground, and there's quite a bit of duff here, but I brushed the duff away to get down to, well, frozen earth. I didn't put a base under it because, well, I don't think it needs it. This has a kind of a built-in base already. I've got a little bit of sticks in there, and I'm going to be putting a few more in. Last video made where I made the, what was it, cedar chips, paraffin wax, and pine sap or pine resin. And I made a patty out of it, and I said in my next video out, I would light my fire with it. Well, it's not a traditional fire, but I am going to use a piece of it for lighting this up, just because I'm a little bit, not in a rush. Tired, I guess is probably the right word. So I have a piece I broke off here, and I'm going to be really lazy today for this piece. Go down to the bottom of my fire kit, I'm going to find a lighter. Got an elastic around the switch that keeps it from accidentally depressing and wasting my fuel. Lit right away. Yeah. Put my lighter away. I'll start feeding some sticks in on top. So it's kind of a half down, top down burn and a bottom up burn at the same time. Because the wax kind of only dropped in halfway down to the bottom of the... Yeah. It'll take a little while for this to get going. And when it does, I'll put some lunch on. Oh yeah, that lit right up pretty quickly, eh? Nice flames coming out of that. I think it's going to be like a lot of stoves, though. It's going to go through the wood quite quickly, so I'll have to make sure I've got a supply of wood here. Let's get my lunch ready. So lunch today is one of my homemade concoctions. It's got some kasha, some lentils, some soup base, some dehydrated vegetables, beans, a little bit of everything. I guess I better get the water on first, though. All right, that works good. So, like I said, it's going to take a little while for this to come to a boil, so I'll bring it back. I've been just sitting here in the sun, kind of relaxing. Could be paying closer attention to what I was doing. I don't think I burned it, but I'll have to have a little look and see. I don't know. I'll have to pour it into my bowl and see. That's a lot of soup. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat all that. Yeah, I stuck a little bit to the bottom. I think I can get that out. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. It's going to take a few minutes for my soup to cool down enough to eat anyway, so I'll clean out my bowl, or my pot. Oh yeah, it's not stuck. That's good. But I do have to clean it out so I can put some water in for coffee. And that's when I'll bring you back. Okay. Had some lunch. Almost fell asleep. Started to relax with my head down in the sun there. Dangerous thing to do. What a beautiful afternoon it turned out to be. And the sun is warming everything up. I'm in a relatively sheltered place. There's still quite a bit of wind. But I've decided to have a little bit of a different coffee today. It's not just a coffee, it's going to be a coffee and hot chocolate mix, but hopefully the wind is not overriding my microphone here. The coffee I'm having is a Starbucks Via, I know, instant. I just can't seem to get it open. Guess that's what a knife is for. There. But the hot chocolate is what's going to make this unique. It's called Mexican Morning. It's a spicy Mexican hot chocolate produced locally here by a company called Just Us. So it's going to be a sweet and spicy coffee. I don't think I've ever done this before. Get the lid off. Ooh. Save what little water's in there for cleaning up. Oh, does that ever smell interesting? It has the chocolate, hot chocolate, and you can find recipes online for Mexican hot chocolate. But basically, it's a hot chocolate mix that has cardamom, I believe cinnamon, and cayenne pepper. And it doesn't take a lot. I'll tell you, on a cold day, you're looking for something sweet that really warms you up as well. This hot chocolate is amazing. And now we're going to see what it tastes like with coffee in it. Besides hot, ooh, oh, that's interesting. So even for someone like me who's not a fan of hot chocolate, or is not a fan of instant coffee, you can do things with it that make it an entirely different drink. So I may not like instant coffee, and Via coffee is the best. Although there's a new one I'm going to try out in a video very soon. A new instant coffee. I don't know if it's any better. I mean, that's the whole point of trying it out. But mixed with hot chocolate, and it's something entirely different. So I'm going to get some sugar energy, some chocolate, some caffeine from the coffee, some great flavors. Then I guess it'll be time to pack up and get on the road. Yeah, that is good. Do you know, I think you probably could see it. I'm sure if you're looking, you saw it in the video. I brought out that little blanket thing that I made with the nylon and the Reflectix material and the wool blanket. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite pieces of gear, at least for this time of year. I mean, the ground is wet and cold, but I sat down on this. I've lain down on this. I'm as comfortable as if I was sitting in a chair at home. Only difference is the sun is beating down on my face, and it makes me want to go to sleep. What a great day. I wasn't sure it was going to be when I started out. I mean, the ice on the path was just a real challenge. Should have brought my Cthulhu micro spikes. They're amazing for this type of thing. Wasn't feeling all that well. That's from the chemotherapy, nothing else. But now, I don't want to go home. If it stays like this, if I don't feel any sicker from my chemotherapy, I think I can probably manage an overnight. Before the bug comes out. Okay, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my coffee, pack up, get on the trail. I'm sure I'll find another opportunity to say goodbye before I get back out of the woods. Talk to you soon. Well, considering that when I came out this morning, how icy it was, how not well I felt, this has turned out to be an amazing day. I came out looking for early signs of spring. Hey, it's a bit too early yet, There's no sap flowing in the birch trees, which is one of the things I was looking for. There's no new greens coming up. I mean, it is only late March in Halifax, and that's too early for any of those things, but excuse me. It did warm up beautifully. I did have a wonderful lunch. I almost fell asleep in the sun. Enjoyed a good cup of coffee. What more can you ask for? It really restores the soul. I feel less tired now after 5 hours of hiking than I did when I started. So you tell me, is it good for you to be out in the woods? I don't think there's any better medicine. And so that's the way I want to end this video off, encouraging you to get out in the woods, get out and explore, and take that path less traveled, because I guarantee it will make all the difference. Bye for now.